At the door, a still shadow the size of a coin. I don't know if it's a leaf or an insect. Suddenly, it opens its antennae. Maybe that's why I came here, to remember astonishment. Ante la puerta un bulto quieto del tamaño de una moneda. No sé si es una hoja o un insecto. De repente extiende las antenas. Quizá para eso vine hasta aquí, para recordar el asombro. There are no walls in kitchens, patios, bedrooms, except this wall we have built, you and I, so we don't see our crown of failure. No hay muros en las cocinas, los patios, las alcobas, excepto este muro que hemos hecho, tú y yo, para no ver el fracaso que nos corona. Gardeners sweep the footpaths without much enthusiasm. Nothing can be done against the disorder and beauty of wind. Then they sit and eat under the mulberry trees. Los jardineros barren los senderos sin demasiado brío. No pueden hacer nada contra el desorden y belleza del viento. Luego se sientan a comer bajo las moreras. Next to the Buddhist temple, the novices wash their robes, hang them in the sun. The air has a saffron spasm. Is this all that's left once the bodies abandon the fabric? Junto al templo budista, los novicios lavan sus túnicas, las tienden al sol. El aire tiene un estertor azafrán. ¿Es esto lo que queda una vez que los cuerpos abandonan las telas? Bread and rice, I walk with your children, hand in hand. Pan y arroz, camino con tus hijos de la mano. Symmetrical disposition of patios, altars and gardens. To the right, a vase enameled with dragonflies, another one identical to the left, also symmetrical, our bodies, sheer-racked, parallel, in a guest bed between rest and pause, surrendered to routine, pale, articulated by resentment, and in the angle of knees that touch, accidentally, still, the last vertebra of tenderness. Disposición simétrica de patios, altares y jardines. A la derecha una vasija esmaltada de libélulas, otra idéntica a la izquierda. Simétricos también nuestros cuerpos náufragos, paralelos en una cama huésped entre el descanso y el cese, rendidos a la costumbre, pálidos, articulados de resentimiento, y en el ángulo de las rodillas que casualmente se tocan, todavía una última vértebra de ternura. Don't open the windows now. The crying will change the color of these walls, and we want this color, remember, exactly this color. Morning grows, light slips through the cracks, the color changes, guilt stays intact. No abras ahora las ventanas. El llanto cambiaría el color de las paredes y queremos este color, ¿recuerdas? Este color precisamente. La mañana se extiende, la luz entra por las grietas, el color cambia, la culpa sigue intacta. We walk soaked in the middle of the street, and childhood comes in the smell of wet clothes and the rubbing of pants heavy on the knees. Like then, we are flooded by life and don't pay attention to clouds. Caminamos empapados en medio de la calle y viene la infancia en el olor de ropa mojada y el roce de los pantalones que pesan sobre las rodillas. Como entonces estamos inundados por la vida, y no prestamos atención a las nubes. After the storm, the trees drip against the light until the sun dries out the leaves. I would like to count how many drops we still have together. Después de la tormenta, los árboles gotean contra la luz hasta que el sol seca las hojas. Quisiera contar cuántas gotas le quedan a lo nuestro. I walk through the hospital hallways. I shouldn't look inside the bedrooms, but I see an old man crying next to his wife. I don't know if she is his wife. That's what I suppose. The door is wide open. The woman still breathes, sunken in a small bed with 2 pillows under her head. I get closer. She is asleep, more than asleep. He removes her eyeglasses, the small gold earrings shaped as clovers, and the denture that comes out with the noise of a suction cup and has silver hooks at the edge. He tries to remove her wedding band, but her hands are swollen, and he has to bend over and lick her finger several times like an obsessive, clumsy dog. He takes the ring out of his mouth and keeps it on the palm of his hand with the other things, relics, bones of metallic birds stained by life. She tilts her head to the right. Her neck is made of clouds. Her face is the face of all the dying. He doesn't kiss her. He doesn't even touch her forehead when the nurses carry her away into the cold, where she will spread brand new tablecloths and will set the table with tall glasses and garlands until we arrive. She tells us that the house is from the 18th century and touches the raw wood of the walls. We see the kitchen and the bedroom. There is a picture of her husband on the night table, and she asks if her daughter will be ready now to know everything about her father. We don't stay inside much longer. She takes us to the garden where her daughter sleeps under the porch. She must be 14 or 15, is barefoot, and wears a black swimsuit. A grasshopper jumps on her shoulder. It's a big grasshopper, almost as big as her hand. The mother lowers her voice, but doesn't do anything, leaves the grasshopper alone, and continues talking about the garden, the house, and how difficult it is to raise a child on your own. You open fruit with your teeth, feed the white pulp to your son, keep the seeds in your hand like a dismembered rosary of saliva, pebbles unveiled by the rain. Abres fruta con los dientes, alimentas a tu hijo con pulpa blanca, guardas las semillas en la mano como un rosario desmembrado de saliva, piedras desveladas por la lluvia. I open the suitcase and I touch in my clothes the humid air of who I was in another latitude. From the boat, colossal temples shine on both sides of the river. They would disappear if you didn't call me by my name. Abro la maleta y toco en la ropa el aire húmedo de quien yo fui en otra latitud. Desde el barco, los templos brillan colosales en ambos lados del río. Desaparecieran si tú no me llamaras por mi nombre.